One mother, one baby, one hope. This mother lost everything in one day. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we'll dive into This Mother Lost Everything in One Day. Maryam was a simple woman. She was not famous. She was not rich, but she was happy. She lived in a small town with her husband and her family. Her house was small, but it was warm. Every morning, she woke up early. She cleaned the house. She cooked food. She smiled. Her greatest happiness was her baby boy. His name was Adam. He was only 3 months old. When Adam cried, Maryam held him close. When Adam smiled, Maryam forgot all her tiredness. She believed her life was complete. She did not know that one night would change everything. The night everything ended. That night, the sky was dark. Heavy rain fell from the clouds. The wind was strong and loud. Maryam was sitting inside her house. Adam was sleeping in her arms. She was singing softly to him. Suddenly, the ground started shaking. At first, Maryam thought it was thunder. But then the shaking became stronger. The walls moved. The floor cracked. The roof made a loud sound. People screamed outside. It was an earthquake. Maryam stood up quickly. Her heart was beating fast. She held Adam tightly to her chest. She ran outside barefoot. The ground moved like water. Houses fell. Lights went out. Maryam fell to the ground. But she did not let go of her baby. She cried and prayed, "Please God, save my child." After a few moments, everything became silent. Too silent. This mother lost everything in one day. When morning came, Maryam slowly opened her eyes. She was sitting on cold ground. Her clothes were dirty and torn. Her hands were shaking. She stood up and looked around. Her house was gone. Her neighbors' houses were gone. She ran to the place where her parents lived. Nothing. Only broken stones. She screamed her mother's name. No answer. She screamed her husband's name. No answer. She searched everywhere. Hours passed. No one answered her calls. Maryam fell to her knees. She cried loudly. Her tears did not stop. Her family was gone. Her home was gone. Her life was gone. Only one small baby was alive in her arms. That day, this mother lost everything in one day. One mother, one baby. The days after the earthquake were very hard. Maryam slept outside, sometimes on the road, sometimes near broken buildings. At night, the cold entered her bones. During the day, the sun burned her skin. She had no money. She had no food. Sometimes, kind people gave her bread. Sometimes, they gave her water. Many times, they passed by without looking at her. Adam cried a lot. Maryam had no milk for him. She cried silently while holding him. She whispered, "I am sorry, my son. I am trying." Her heart felt heavy. Her body felt weak. She thought many times, "I cannot continue." But then she looked at her baby. And she stood up again. One night, Adam became very quiet. Maryam touched his face. It was cold. She became afraid. She ran to people and begged, "Please help my baby." Some people looked away. Some said they had nothing. Finally, a man gave her some milk. Maryam cried while feeding Adam. That night, she did not sleep. She watched her baby breathe. She was afraid he would stop. She prayed again and again. This was a pain no words can describe. Many nights, Maryam dreamed of her old life. She saw her mother cooking. She saw her father smiling. She saw her husband holding Adam. Then she woke up. Only darkness. Only silence. She cried into her hands so her baby would not hear. She felt broken. She asked God, Why did you take everything? But there was no answer. Still, every morning, she got up. She cleaned herself. She cleaned her baby. She tried to look strong. Because a mother cannot stop. One evening, Maryam was sitting near a road. An old woman stopped in front of her. The woman looked at Maryam's face. She saw pain. She saw tiredness. She looked at the baby. He was thin and weak. The old woman said softly, "Come with me." Maryam was afraid, but something in the woman's eyes felt kind. She followed her. The old woman lived in a very small room. It was old, but clean. She gave Maryam warm food. She gave milk to the baby. That night, Maryam slept on a bed. It was the first time in many weeks. Tears fell from her eyes. But these tears were different. They were tears of relief. Maryam stayed with the old woman. In the morning, she cleaned houses. She washed clothes. She worked hard. Her hands became rough. Her back hurt. But she did not complain. Every coin she earned was for her baby. Every night, she held Adam and said, "You are my reason to live." Slowly, Adam became stronger. One day, he smiled. That smile gave Maryam new life. She realized something important. Hope does not die if love is alive. Pain never leaves completely. Years passed. Maryam's heart still hurt. Some nights, she cried quietly. Some days, she felt empty. But she kept moving forward. Adam learned to walk. Then he learned to talk. One day, he looked at her and said, "Mom." That word healed something inside her. She hugged him tightly. She knew she was not alone anymore. When Adam became older, Adam grew up in a small house. It was not beautiful, but it was full of love. Every morning, he saw his mother wake up early. Every night, he saw her come home tired. She never complained. She never cried in front of him. But Adam noticed everything. He noticed her quiet pain. He noticed how she smiled to hide her sadness. Sometimes, Adam asked, "Mom, are you tired?" Maryam always answered, "No, my son. I am happy." But Adam knew the truth. The truth that changed him. When Adam became older, Maryam told him the whole story. She told him about the earthquake. She told him about the night she lost her family. She told him how she slept on the streets with him in her arms. How she begged for milk. How she almost lost hope. Adam listened quietly. Tears rolled down his face. He hugged his mother and cried for the first time like a child. He said, "You suffered so much because of me." Maryam held his face and said, "No, I survived because of you." Those words stayed in Adam's heart forever. That night, Adam could not sleep. He looked at his mother while she was sleeping. He saw the lines on her face. Lines made by pain and time. He whispered to himself, "I will change our life. I will change other lives too." From that day, Adam studied harder than ever. When life became difficult, he remembered his mother holding him in the cold nights. When he felt tired, he remembered her words, "Even when everything is gone, love remains." The day everything came back. Years later, Adam stood on a big stage. People were listening silently. His voice was calm, but strong. He said, "I am here because of one woman. A mother who lost everything in one day, but never lost her heart." He looked at the crowd. Then he said, "She carried me with empty hands, but with a full heart." People cried. Some covered their faces. Some held each other's hands. Maryam was sitting in the last row. She did not want attention. But when Adam pointed at her and said, "This is my mother," the whole room stood up. They clapped. They cried. Maryam covered her face. For the first time, She felt her pain was seen. The result of a mother's love. Adam did not become rich. He did not become famous. But he became useful. He opened a small center for poor mothers and children. A place where no mother sleeps hungry. A place where no child is forgotten. Maryam worked there every day. She held babies in her arms, just like she once held Adam. Sometimes, she looked at them and cried softly. But these tears were different. They were tears of healing. The final scene. One evening, Adam and Maryam sat together. The sun was setting. Adam held his mother's hand and said, "Mom, do you remember when you had nothing?" Maryam smiled gently. "Yes." Adam said, "You gave me life when life gave you pain." Maryam looked at him and whispered, "My son, losing everything gave me you. And you became my everything." They sat in silence. The past did not disappear. But it no longer hurt the same. Final ending. This is not just a story. This is a story of strength. A story of love. A story of hope. One mother lost everything in one day. But she raised a son who gave hope to many. Sometimes, life breaks us. But sometimes, life breaks us to build something greater. Final message for you guys. When everything is gone, a mother's love can still save a life. And that love can change the world. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on improving your skills and mindset. See you in the next video.